What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back. This is going to be called Don't Drink, Don't Smoke, What Do You Do?
Huh?
Well, I used to drink.
Hello?
I used to smoke. I used to smoke weed. Smoke cigarettes.
You can pull over if you want.
Never was a big wine drinker.
We're like 20 minutes behind you.
But so many people, when we go out, give us the weird look. Like when we
Okay,
don't.
sounds
No
good.
thanks, we don't drink.
Okay.
And it's crazy.
All
So
right.
you can tell people use
All right, bye.
drinking as a social behavior interaction tool, right? We just don't do it. We drank before because we drank. We drank to get effed up, and we drank to have to drown out whatever demons or issues that we're dealing with. And it comes in many levels, right? It could be just today, or it could have been in a situation, or it could be you hate your husband or your girlfriend or your significant other, or you hate the neighbor's dog. People are drinking because it's a tool to drown your sorrows, or maybe make me think clearer. I really don't see how that's possible. So, but when someone says, "Hey, when we want a glass of wine," we're like, "No." You want a beer? No. You want a mixed drink? No. And I've been drinking since I've been a little kid. So drinking beers when you're little, and then you get older and drink. Drink all night long. And I was never the type of guy to wake up and crack a beer or have a drink before work or during work or after work. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who are just completely hooked on that lifestyle. It's just bad news. So we made a choice that we just don't drink. We don't drink anything. And same thing with the cigarette. I've smoked cigarettes basically my whole entire life, with some gaps of quitting here and there for five years or so. But then I just made a choice that I'm just going to quit. And then I vaped for a little while, and then I just said, even though I love the taste of it, the taste far outweighs the unknowns with vaping. And I try and put together why my insides are screwed up. Well, what have I been putting in my body for the last 51 years? Hopefully when I was a child, my mom was giving me good food. We did live on ShopRite instant iced tea, which sugar is not good for you. But yeah, the look that we get from a lot of people, like, "Hey, it was like a drink." Nah, we're good. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, you kind of remember the effects of, the positive feelings or the negative feelings, or some people have no idea what they're experiencing when they drink because they become Jekyll and Hyde, or they become, Mr. and Mrs. Happy, or Mr. and Mrs. I want to kill you. So there's so many mood variations of drinking, and by no means am I an alcoholic expert, but it's just about peer pressure, right? So you're out and everyone's drinking, like we're in a restaurant last night. I think everyone carried in their little creature comfort of their BYOB, right?
I agree.
To make themselves more social or more accepted. We're just as equally accepted without. Wouldn't you agree? Like, we don't need it. We socialize, we interact, just like they are while they're drinking or while they're not drinking. So for us, it's no different. Not being alcoholed up of any sort. And then same thing with people who smoke cigarettes. I don't have anybody who smokes cigarettes now in the shop, but before, everybody was smoking cigarettes. And I will tell you, for me, I certainly love smoking cigarettes while I was at work, and I think ADHD has a lot to do with that. You're keeping yourself busy, you're keeping your hands busy, you're keeping your mouth busy, and I could chain smoke 2 packs of cigarettes in a 10-hour workday, and then come home from work and and never want another cigarette again.
I think you only smoked maybe 2, and that was depending on what was going on. Like if we were drinking, we would go outside.
I'll say
and smoke a
people who,
cigarette.
you know, 'cause people who drink, right, and they don't smoke, and then the peer pressure of them next to somebody who's smoking, and I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
Because they're under the influence, and then now they're under the influence of tobacco and poisons and things like that. So there's a lot of peer pressure, and it's hard because you have to be, I'll tell you, for both of us, mentally strong to just say no, right?
I don't want to try it. I have no desire to have a drink.
0. I mean, every once in a while I do, because there's a point of endorphins that are released in your body, right? Because you hit that point of where, all right, your first 1 or 2 and everyone is different, and you feel your body change a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
Your whole demeanor changes.
right, it's either you're going to be super happy, drunk, don't remember porno sex kind of shit, or pass out or throw up, or wake up with a hangover that you just can't even function. Like, I don't miss any of that shit, and it can't be any different for me than it is for millions of other people. The side effects of just casual drinking, you follow me? The headaches, the dehydration, and then sugar is addicting. So it's like one of the most addicting things. That's why everything's made with sugar, right? The body just loves sugar, but it's so bad for you.
We were drinking a lot of sugar between the captain and the Coke.
Yeah. I'm just saying the peer pressure, but the response from people when they say that, wow, you don't drink? Nope, not anymore. We gave it up, and I mean, we even have liquor in our house, and we don't have a whole lot. We have some beers and shit like that. You know, when someone's over, we give them away.
Yeah, we do.
You know, so same thing with cigarettes. And like, as much as I love the smell of weed, I don't have any desire to smoke it, but I could be around it. It could be flour, it could be someone burning it a mile away and it's in the air. It does something to my neuro, and it's not like it makes me feel like I'm impossible. It's just a very soothing aroma for me, where other people are like, oh my god, blah 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 blah. Like the smell of skunk. The smell of a skunk spraying or ran over, or freshly ran over, reminds me of skunk bud from back in the days. But it has that ick to it that turns off I guess, however it reacts to my body. Like, I'm like, wow, that's skunk weed, or no, that's skunk, you know? Or, you know, that's some peanut butter scents, you know? I'm just going back, reaching back. I enjoy the smell of that and people smoking it. I don't necessarily enjoy the smell of the leaf part of the marijuana plant. So if somebody was smoking that, it is definitely a down for me. Only because I know there's so much better aroma. And there's probably some people can smell alcohol, like they're ready to go. And like I said, some people turn into complete idiots and morons. Some people turn into lovers. Some people turn into fighters. Some people turn into porn stars. Some people turn into the pumpkins. You know.
We never had a bad drinking experience. Like, we didn't argue and fight. It was never.
Well, some people, how it reacts to their body.
I know,
but this is about one, us saying we made a conscious decision just to say no, and the peer pressure. So when you look at someone and you say, no thanks, it's very often than not that someone says, hey man, that's good for you. I wish I could do that. How did you do it? No one ever says that to you, right?
No.
Even though they know it's bad for them. No. And then some people try and say, well, it's good for you.
No, we just get the looks.
I don't know what point of alcohol is good for anybody consuming alcohol. But it's such a social thing, and people are into it. I guess like heroin and opium and, crack and, drinking cough medicine or vanilla. But just the response. Check out this stanger on Drag Radials. He must think he's got something in that old 4.6 Mustang. That's all. Anybody else who, and I wouldn't say we were alcoholics.
Yes, we were.
Is that a definition? Like, we did drink every day. Yeah, so I guess you could say we were functioning alcoholics, but not to the point where everywhere we went, we were drinking. We came home, we drank in the privacy of our own home. And then we got naked and got down and dirty.
Yep.
And then can't remember what happened and woke up and went to work.
Yep.
I mean, it was brutal for me. And it was brutal in this heat too, because I can remember doing it in the deads of summer. But yeah, so anybody else get that, feedback from others when they're like, they turn down, drugs and alcohol? I'm sure a lot of people deal with it, but don't feel that you're the weirdo in the crowd, because you're not. And everyone's going to die from something, so I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. But I'd rather try and live a longer and healthier lifestyle, and changing your ways sooner than later is definitely a positive thing. Thanks for watching.